something strange happens to you. You finally feel calm, not distracted, not overwhelmed, just quiet. And for the first time all day, your thoughts start making sense. You start thinking about your life, what you want, what you need to fix. And suddenly, everything feels clear. You understand your problems. You see exactly what you need to do. You even feel motivated, like tomorrow, you're going to do everything right. You tell yourself, I'll wake up early, I'll focus, I'll change. And in that moment, you believe it, not a little, completely. But then morning comes, and everything changes. You wake up, and that clarity is gone. That motivation, gone. That version of you from last night feels like a different person. Now you feel slow, heavy, confused. You look at your day, and instead of feeling ready, you feel overwhelmed, and the question hits you. Why do I feel like two different people? Why am I strong at night and lost in the morning? This is not random. This is not laziness. This is not a discipline problem. There is a real reason for this. And once you understand it, everything about your behavior will make sense. At night, your brain changes its state. Not emotionally only, but neurologically. During the day, your brain is in reaction mode. You're constantly responding to messages, to people, to noise, to expectations. Your brain is processing too much information, too many decisions, too many inputs, and because of that, you don't have space to think clearly. You're not thinking, you're reacting. But at night, all of that slows down. The world gets quieter, fewer messages, fewer expectations, fewer demands, and something important happens. Your brain finally has space. Space to process, space to reflect, space to think deeply. That's why your thoughts feel clearer. Not because you suddenly became smarter, but because you finally stopped being overloaded. You're not distracted anymore. And when distraction disappears, clarity appears. This is why at night, you feel like you understand everything. Because for the first time, you're actually listening to yourself. But here's where things get complicated. That clarity you feel at night is real, but it's also incomplete, because it's based on a specific emotional state. At night, you are calmer, less stressed, less pressured, and when your brain is calm, everything feels easier. Your problems feel smaller, your goals feel possible, your future feels under control. And because of that, you start creating plans, big plans, clear plans, confident plans. But there's something missing. Those plans are not built in real conditions. They are built in a controlled environment. A quiet mind, no pressure, no resistance. But real life doesn't work like that. Morning is different. The pressure comes back, the noise returns, the decisions come back, and suddenly, the plan that felt easy at night feels heavy, not because it was wrong, but because it wasn't tested in reality. So what you experience is not fake clarity. It's incomplete clarity, and that's why it disappears. Morning is where reality returns. Your brain shifts again, from calm to active, from reflective to reactive. Now your brain has to deal with real things. Tasks, responsibilities, uncertainty. And this creates pressure. Even small pressure changes how you think. At night, you think in possibilities. In the morning, you think in effort. And effort feels heavier. Because now, you don't just imagine change. You have to act on it. And action requires energy, focus, and resistance. Your brain naturally resists effort. That's normal. So instead of feeling motivated, you feel blocked. And that creates confusion. Why did I feel so ready yesterday? Why do I feel stuck now? Because your brain switched modes. And you didn't notice. The real problem is not night or morning. The problem is, you trust your feelings too much. At night, you feel ready, so you believe, I'm going to change. In the morning, you don't feel ready, so you believe, I can't do this. But both are just feelings. Temporary states. They are not facts. They change depending on energy, environment, pressure, and when your life depends on feelings, your actions become unstable. One day you feel strong. The next day you feel lost. And you keep repeating the cycle. Not because you lack discipline, but because you are following emotions instead of decisions. If you want to break this cycle, you need to understand one thing. The version of you at night is not more real, and the version of you in the morning is not weaker. They are just different states. And real change does not depend on either. It depends on what you do. When you don't feel like doing anything, that's the moment that matters. Not when you feel inspired. Not when everything feels clear. But when everything feels heavy. And you still move. That's where change begins. Because consistency is not built on motivation. It's built on decisions. And decisions don't disappear when your mood changes. So next time you feel powerful at night, don't just trust it. Build something small, something simple, something you can do, even when you feel lost in the morning. Because that's the bridge between who you want to be and who you are becoming.